Hi you guys, thank you for watching. So for today's video, I thought I would try out the viral L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour powder foundation. Such a mouthful. I think I forgot some words, but this has been floating around on TikTok for a couple of weeks now. Everybody who has posted this on TikTok has said nothing but amazing things about this product. It's supposed to just smooth your skin out and make it look beautiful and airbrushed. I thought I would do a review on this powder since it has been really popular and I have been intrigued, very intrigued. If you guys would like to see how this powder applies and my thoughts on it, then go ahead and keep on watching. So this is what the packaging looks like. They really didn't have many shades when I found this. I tried to look online at my local Target and Ulta and it was completely sold out. So then I went to a CVS. The shade range was not very great. This was like the closest I could find there. So the shade I picked up is in 245 Radiant Honey. I know this isn't gonna match, but we're gonna try and make it work. So here is the little sponge it comes with and a mirror, which is cool. It's right underneath the powder. So first I am gonna prime my face because my skin is definitely more on the dry side, especially during the colder seasons. It's been pretty windy where I live right now too, so I just feel like my skin is super dehydrated, especially my lips. I'm first just gonna spray my face with my iconic London Prep Set Glow. I really love this stuff before my makeup. I find when I use it after, I get a bunch of like little glitter specks all over, but before it's great and it smells so good. It honestly smells like a perfume. Now I'm gonna take my Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is like, I feel like an OG, but it's so good. It's just honestly very moisturizing. Ugh, I just got like a chunk though that came out of mine. I'm just super nervous to put this all over my face. I feel like it's gonna end up looking really dry because I've seen some TikToks where it didn't work out for people with dry skin. So lastly, I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I always like to use more than one primer because even though I do have dry skin, I get more oily in my T-zone and that's where my pores are the largest. So I always like to take a pore minimizing primer and try and diminish my pores because they're very large. I actually saw a girl on TikTok say she uses this with a brush instead of her hands, so I'm gonna try that too. So I am gonna go in with a little bit of concealer for my under eyes and just the places I normally like to highlight before I go in with the powder foundation. I'm gonna mix my Too Faced Born This Way with my Hourglass Vanish concealer. This one's a little too tan for me and this one's a little too light, so I like to mix them. I'm gonna take my Morphe G2 brush and use some of that iconic London spray. Just spray my brush to kind of help blend out that concealer. My face is feeling very puffy today. We celebrated Valentine's Day yesterday and went wine tasting in Napa. Every time I drink the next day, my face just feels so puffy. Okay, so now that I blended everything out, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear, the main star of the show. It says full matte coverage, waterproof. So I'm really nervous. Matte is not normally my jam. I already know this color is gonna be a little too dark for me, but we're gonna make it work. Also, please ignore my nails. They're horrible, and I just had to say that. Anyways, okay, I just picked some up with the sponge applicator that it comes with. Okay. First initial thought, well, it looks pretty good. That was just one swipe and it looks like it has some good coverage. So I'm just gonna keep applying. I don't want to apply too much. Ooh, forehead really just went on there. But I do want to see how well it covers up this blemish I have right here. Pounce it on, but now the color is just looking crazy. Okay. Not bad. So I have the foundation applied to half of my face. This is what it's looking like. I obviously don't have it underneath my eyes because I'm going to go in with a setting powder. This would be way too dark under my eyes and I like more of a brightening effect. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. I'd say it has about medium to full coverage. You could definitely build it up to a full coverage, but I'm afraid by applying a lot of layers, it's gonna start looking cakey. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep applying it to this side of my face now. It brings me back to middle school days. I would sneak putting on makeup during first period. My mom did not let me wear makeup, and all my friends were allowed to, and I was just dying to. So I would use my friend Natalie's makeup every morning in advisory class. She would bring her makeup and I would just like slather the powder all over my face. That's what this is reminding me of right now. Take a big fluffy brush to do the rest of my neck. I'm going to set my under eyes now, and I'm going to take my Huda Beauty loose powder in Cupcake. So I have the powder applied everywhere. My nose, it's not looking so good. Separating a little bit. I feel like it looks a little dry. Once I set my face and everything, I think it'll look better. My pores definitely wish they looked a little bit smaller in my cheek area. I was hoping it would kind of minimize my pores a little bit better. I don't notice it doing that much for me, but the coverage is there. My skin does look nice and evened out and everything, but I'm not in love. We'll see how it holds up throughout the day. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup off camera, just do like my bronzer and blush, nothing too crazy. So yeah, I will come back and show you guys how it's looking once I have my whole face done. All right, you guys, so I just finished all my makeup off camera. It looks a lot better than when it did earlier. Now that I set my face and sprayed it down, I like it better. I'm still not in love with it. I definitely notice around my nose still, not as bad now that I set my face, but it still looks a little bit dry. Honestly, I get that with liquid foundations too. That's such a hard area for me around my nose. But here is what my skin is looking like. I definitely think it looks pretty good. Not anything amazing, but I don't know. So it is 3:49 right now. I don't know if you guys can even read that. So yeah, I will come back at the end of the night and let you guys see how my skin is looking like and let you know my final thoughts on the L'Oreal Infallible powder. All right, you guys, so I'm back. It's been about 6 hours now. It is 9:22. I'm definitely oily, especially in my T-zone, which is normal. It wore off mainly on my nose a lot, actually, now that I'm looking up close, and around my mouth from eating. And I was eating some spicy things earlier, so my nose is running a little bit. So that makes sense why it's not really left on those areas. As you can see, I'm very oily. I don't really have any foundation left on my nose and my mouth. Also, excuse my pajamas. I'm already getting ready for bed. I do look very oily, but if I just kind of pat over that like I normally would when I touch up. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. I'm not amazed by this powder, but I don't think it looks horrible either. So I think for my final thoughts, do I love this product? No, but I don't hate it either. I think I would definitely use it again, but I wouldn't use it on its own. Not something that I would use for my full foundation again. I am ready to take all this makeup off. I've been wanting to take those off for a very long time. I just keep looking more and more crazy, so I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video.